Trader Dub here with Dub Traders. I'm excited, you're excited. Let's break down some ticker action. And basically what I want to cover in this short video is level 1 traders becoming focused on patterns, obsessing, dreaming, absorbing, eating patterns and patterns and patterns. And also what level 2 traders do, which is now focusing on their mind and their grind and their emotions and their feelings and digging into themselves. And then we're going to touch base on level 3 traders, and they have been able to combine that level 1 and that level 2 knowledge, boom, and allow the process to unfold, which as a level 3 trader, they basically now are taking not only the patterns that the candlesticks are presenting on that time frame, but they're also taking their thoughts, their feelings, their actions, their non-actions, and what they do is they start tracking both. That's the difference. So level 1, all about candlestick patterns. Level 2, all about who am I as a trader. Level 3 combines them and says, let's learn about both, because I have both sides of the coin now, and I can jot it and jot it and jot it in my journal, in my Excel sheet, in my Google Sheets, wherever your Evernotes, wherever you're keeping your information. This is how you got to level up. So first, let's break down a chart, because everyone loves a chart breakdown. So we've got DYAI. It had news this morning. It's a lower price ticker, but as we know, good news, even in a lower price stocks, you can make some money as long as you're playing it right and you realize, don't hold this. This isn't gold. Just get what you can out of it and be glad. So let's break down some of this. Also, we had news for this ticker that broke basically throughout the day, which caused some of these pops, as you can see. So let's grab our little marker here. So basically, let's scroll out first. So all right, we had our pre-market setup, our pop back down, which was basically setting up our bottom. So it's going to look like this. We got our low right here. Sets up the low. So now you got a couple options depending on what type of trader you are. So let me get this. You have a buy. See this lower on the 1 minute chart. See this buy on this wick? So it sucks it up. Comes up, comes back down, sets a lower high, or a lower low, I mean. So at this point, you can start going, okay, if this is the low, let me kind of see where this goes. You allow some time, another little pop, another little set, volume's decreasing, you're watching. Here, you don't have to be in. I mean, this is a very perfect setup, which we know traders, for the most part, are not catching this perfect type of entry. So now it's doing its thing, it's coming back, and at this point, whenever I'm looking at getting into a low on a ticker that does have news and it does have some eyes on it, even though the volume's low, there wasn't a whole lot going on in the lower cap and lower dollar tickers. So what I like to do is find a high from that previous low, and then you got a very nice clean window. If it breaks below, I'm out. If it keeps going, well, guess what? Let it ride out. And at this point now I'm looking for resistance. So this would be resistance to me, this would be resistance, this, and this. So I'm letting it play out. I'm letting it play out. It's coming back down. So at this point of it playing out into these little consolidation pops, you can start taking some shares off the table and start, padding your wallet. and play it safe like that. So now it continues to come down. So if you're still holding some of the shares, let's say a quarter position or even full position at this time, you can start also thinking, well, should I add into this? Should this be something I should add into? But reason I would not have added is just this is a big gap. And I do not want to add, mess up with my average, and allow this sucker to go against me. That's not the way I like to trade. So I would have just been holding on probably to a quarter shares, where here some news came in, volume came in, and this sucker skyrocketed. So at this point, you're just enjoying the ride. I mean, you're in at a good entry, whether you got in here or you waited for this to set up. And again, you could use this as a bottom and this as an entry, and you got this safe little space right here where you would cut it. And then again, you still got your resistance all in this section to be aware of to start taking profit. For this case, it exploded, it worked. You allow it go where you want to go, where you can take profit off, and then bam, you're in the money. So that's just a little quick breakdown chart, and this ticker's going to do whatever it wants to do. Let me pull up the webcam. All right, so I'm back. So I want to talk about, after that little breakdown, is the level 1 trader really looking at the tickers, learning different patterns, from head and shoulders, wedge breakouts, ascending and descending triangles, U shapes, all on and on and on. And then also, sticking an indicator or 2 or 3 or 4 if you're crazy, 7 if you're a wild person, and starting to see how these candlesticks move around your indicators. Thus, each ticker, depending on the volume and so forth, is going to move a little different. You start to get that pattern recognition of, oh wow, okay, I see if this much volume or this much price action's coming in around my indicators. I see how things move around it. Okay, I know how to play that now. So you start building that. You're just candlestick. Oh, lower wick. There's, buyers are there. Oh, sellers are there. Colors of the candlesticks. Is it a doji? Is it all the names of candlesticks. So that's what you're all about. Then you go into level 2 stage, where you're now really starting to look at yourself. Hey, why am I getting FOMO when this stock ticker does this? Why am I feeling scared to get in if there's a setup like this? And these are just mental and physical feelings. You're starting to pay attention to this. Oh, what was that? Oh, man, I didn't get sleep enough today. Oh, how's this affecting me? Oh, I just had an argument this morning. It's still bothering me. Oh, got some calls from work. I can't focus on this. So, you're starting to see what affects you in different ways, and you go down that path. And then the level 3 trader is now really journaling not only the patterns that we went through earlier on, hey, this is a setup where I see my risk and entry point and my exit and where I would take shares off, and how did I execute it, and then I jot it down. I bought 100 shares, I sold it here, I sold it there. I do a print screen. I write on the print screen whatever details I need to know, for my entry, what I was thinking and how I was feeling. You just kind of make some notes. It doesn't have to be a journal per ticker, but you start combining everything, and now you got yourself a nice little story time book. So let's say you do that for a month, and you have 12 to 20 tickers that you got in, and you did level 1, you did level 2, you combined it. So on level 3, you got your storybook. End of the month, you're doing your recap and you're going through everything. You are reading that storybook and you're like, wow, I did not realize this pattern about myself where I feel this way. That's 6 times out of 12 tickers I noted that. Oh, I did not realize that this type of candlestick action really is something that I buy into or don't buy into, or I sell into, or I held where I shouldn't have. And you start putting all that together. So I'm going to end this quick, nice recap But also on my next video, I want to talk about anyone that's in a chat room or paying a guru or looking for a coach, and that coach is treating you like a number and not a player. What I mean by that, coming from an athletic background, if I'm on a team and my coach has interest in me, that coach knows my weaknesses and my strengths and what I need to work on in the film room, on the court, at practice, in a game, you know, when he can put me in a game. He knows me. Instead of looking at me as a number, whether that's just another notch on their YouTube channel or their paid member subscription or anything of that nature, or are they an actual coach that knows you? When you contact them, do they know you and your weaknesses or strengths? Or is it more of a, hey, I already made a video on that, go check it out? Or, you know, there's a thing called Google, go do that. Sure, for simple, easy questions, the Google thing's fine. But if you've been around for 3, 4, 5, 6 months with that trader and they're still telling you to Google first, hey, you're on my team. I got to treat you like one of my players. So, Trader Dub out with Dub Traders. Have fun and do what I like to say best, which is learn before you earn.